You're gonna kill me.
He is gonna kill
He's
you.
forcing me to play. He's gonna kill me.
Hello. Welcome to the internet. I am your host.
When last we left our streaming, right?
Yeah.
When last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had made camp on the shores of the moors. Maya had decided to sneak off into the night via a canoe and explore.
That was the next day.
Awaited. Oh, I guess it was. I guess it was during the day. You're right.
I slept.
Yeah.
While her party sleeps, she's sneaking off.
Can I roll to see if I get better rest?
No, you guys didn't get any rest. That was the thing.
No, I'm rolling to see if I get really good rest.
Wait, for what?
I don't know. Just
Wait.
for sometimes you have a
Go
really
ahead and
good
roll a
night.
die.
But wait, I'm confused. Like, how does he get any rest? Because you didn't get to rest until you got back to
No,
the
while
encampment.
you're adventuring, he's rolling to see if he sleeps well.
Sleeps well after I come back.
Oh, once you get back to the
Yeah.
encampment, yeah.
I'm like, I want to see if I sleep better. Damn it. Alright. D12. Oh. I got a 2.
You have a horrible night's sleep.
Oh,
You start
jeez.
vomiting everywhere.
There's the mosquitoes biting you,
Oh.
frogs chirping in your ears. It's very
Oh.
Right.
Wait, what the hell is Chango? You should be eating all these bugs.
No.
Parrots love bugs.
He doesn't actually eat.
He's trying to get to him,
He's
but he's
a
just
fatty
like,
bird.
he's like 10 miles behind.
Son of a bitch. He's like 10 miles. No. I changed
I know
him
you
back.
changed him back.
No, he just remembers being a chameleon, so he's just like.
Okay.
Anybody here yet?
No.
No, Slash is here.
Oh, is he?
Hooray!
Cool.
So, due to some issues, we obviously didn't stream on Monday, so we hadn't taken care of Maya's adventure yet. And due to some people not being able to show up,
Yeah.
we're now going to be
Yeah.
doing Maya's stream tonight.
I can't really say that because it might have been me too.
And then
Well, we found a solution for you.
We did. My solution was that my dad decided to watch my nephew anyway.
No, your solution would have been to put him in your room and put a bag of food in there.
Oh.
And then just shut it. So he
Bag of
comes out.
chips.
That's no. Say what you
Wait.
said last night because they have to hear it.
a bag of sugar bombs. Continue.
I barely remember exactly what I said, but I remember saying, all you gotta do is put the child in a room, put a bag of food somewhere, and say, have at it, buddy. And then shut the door and walk away.
Here, it was much better the way you said it.
I'm sure
I
it was.
remember
I barely
specifically.
remember.
It's alright. So he said, all you gotta do is put him in the center of the room with a bag of food and say, you can do it. And then close the door. That was the best. Specifically those words. You can do
you
it.
can do it. That's right.
I was like, fucking done. That is the best way to handle the kid.
All right. Okay. So, here's that bit about the journey.
Bid-a-bad-bid-doo.
Okay, so yeah, as you sort of paddle out into the waters, you start to see sort of the same sort of symbols on the trees that you saw on the walk there, and you're able to navigate them to a shoreline.
I go and take them all down so they can't follow me.
Most of them are carved into the trees.
Then I scratch them out. I write other way.
And then we'll just follow the markings that are scratched out. Go to the house next to the house with the numbers.
Next to the house, no numbers. Don't.
Okay. Okay, so I need you to make a perception check.
An explosive check.
Mm-hmm.
A check.
Check.
Perception 14.
Okay, you detect nothing. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
24.
Okay. So I assume you're attempting to move quietly since you're in
Well,
enemy territory.
I
by
am
yourself.
quite weak, so I don't think I can move quickly anyway. I have pretty big penalty to strength here, so I'm assuming I'd have to move slow regardless.
Well, it's more about just paddling quietly.
Well, for how feeble I am, I'm pretty sure it's quiet.
Actually, being weak can make it even harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
No 16s, Darby.
Nope, just an 18. Okay. You make it to shore.
Nice.
What do I see once I'm on shore?
As you pull up onto land, you see a half dozen dugout canoes, much like the one you're in, with several paddles lying in the bottom of each of them. That's about it.
Alright, well, I'll lay it out in the same way, and do I see any kind of tracks leading off in any directions or any more of those signs?
There are a lot of tracks in this area. Mostly look like the lizard folk tracks that you've seen. There are a few other ones that are a little bit bigger. They kind of look like big frog prints.
Does it look more of like a muffled kind of battlefield, or does it seem like they're trekking in a certain direction?
Just kind of looks like people walk to and from this muddy shoreline. Let's see. You see off to the south, about 80 feet away, a 5-foot-high wall made of sturdy logs driven into the earth. Each spaced about 6 inches apart and bound together with twisted fiber.
A 5-foot wall, you say?
5-foot-high wall.
I'm gonna look over it. I'm 5'11".
Alrighty. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ooh.
20. Where am I at? 28?
Okay. So you peer over this stockade and see
Nothing.
2 giant lizards in the pen.
Nice.
In a pen?
It's the overall structure.
yeah.
is
Those
an animal
lizards
pen.
that helped us move the crates.
Similar.
Okay.
These ones look more tame. The other ones seemed kind of twitchy and wild.
Do I know? I guess I'll make a nature check about these because I haven't seen these yet. To see if I know anything about them, like whether they're rideable or what they might be in here for. 19.
So looking at them and kind of looking at the surroundings, you can tell that they pretty much just use these lizards for the same thing that the lizard men were using them for earlier, and just hauling goods around. They're just kind of a faster way to move things around. And you know that giant lizards are fairly ill-tempered beasts, but their beasts are not particularly intelligent. They're not any sort of malevolently aligned creature.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that these guys are, while not happy to be penned up, they're more content than an average wild animal would be.
Okay. Do I notice anything nearby, like any kind of like supplies or crates or footprints leading off in another direction?
Nothing as far as supplies. There is a large amount of kind of like a thick stand of swamp trees off to the east. And then back in the southeast, you see more tracks heading, or sorry, back in the northeast, you see more tracks heading up to the northeast and tracks heading straight to the east.
Always to the east.
Do I notice the tracks differentiate? Like, are they seem like to be both mixed together, or?
Yeah. Follow them a little bit?
Yeah.
Alright. So you follow them a little bit, and you see that going to the northeast, it's primarily kind of these froggy-looking footprints, and then off to the east is primarily the lizard folk footprints.
Okay.
And as you get up there, you kind of actually you could actually see more of Castle Neritar proper.
Off to the east.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way I'll head to because I know that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm doing. I don't really care about these frog people.
Nothing like get the camera to focus.
There we go.
There you go.
Like this.
Onwards east, I say to myself.
You stayed here, though.
Alright, so as you head east, you see some kind of crude sort of longhouses off to the east.
It's a long house.
Longhouse, it's kind of like it's honestly it's like a big long house. I mean, that's literally what it is.
Okay.
Like, if you played Skyrim, you'll know the house in what's it called? The first, not the first. Well, pretty much any city.
Mm-hmm.
They're just those kind of long single room buildings. They have like
Kind of like a great hall.
Kind of like a great hall, yeah.
Okay.
But
Kind of
they're
like a
small.
shipping container, but made of wood.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, they're usually partially dug into the ground,
Mhm.
and then they have like wood or reeds. In this case, reeds kind of over them. I'm trying to remember the name of the city. The Companions occupy a longhouse.
Companions?
The Companions in
I'm-
Skyrim.
Eyes Slash.
Oh, okay.
I played Oblivion. I'm gonna get this guy.
Viking house.
Viking house.
It's a Viking house.
It's a Viking house.
Okay.
I know Vikings.
The longhouses are made from reeds, bound into long, thick bundles and bent into upside-down U-shaped ribs. Spaced between the ribs are a lattice, and are latticed and thatched with more reeds. Each longhouse is a single woven door in the center of one end wall. The construction technique used in the longhouses is ingenious.
Do I notice a lot of these footprints going in and out through the houses too? Or are they
Not
kind of
so many.
or is it cleared
Most of them head to the south to the castle proper.
okay? Then I'm not gonna really care much about the long houses and kind of head to the castle proper.
Okay. Oh, I don't even know why they bothered mentioning it. Okay, so as you get close, you notice off to the east and west, there is kind of a dark, muddy water. Looks like it's forming a kind of crude moat. It looks like it sort of goes all the way around the castle. You can see it kind of following the wall up to the north, and then back down to the south around the corner. And as you approach the castle, you come to the main gate. There's a lot of footprints here, going in and out.
Any kind of like wheels of any kind too, or is it just mostly
Not
feet?
really. Mostly just feet. Occasional look like where they may have dragged some crates.
Crates, yeah.
There's a pair of stout wooden gates with an iron portcullis in front of them, closing off this 12-foot wide, 10-foot high gateway.
So it's closed right now.
Oh, I'm
currently?
sorry, it's open.
Ah,
The
it
gates
is
are
open.
never closed, apparently,
Oh.
and they're in fact they are sagging at their hinges. You can tell looking at them that they're in very poor repair, and it looks like whoever's occupying this hasn't bothered to fix these gates. The portcullis is up.
Cool.
What you
I will stealth and try to go about this now. Go see what's inside this castle. So we'll keep.
Gonna kill some peeps.
All right, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
19.
And go ahead and roll me a perception check too.
21. Blackjack.
Okay. So as you... Actually, I should check their stats. That might be important.
Yes, Slash, it is. The full crew is not here, unfortunately.
Yeah. Derps. It's freaking derps.
Derpa derpa derps.
Okay. So we actually have a bonus to
Derp.
that.
All those.
Okay. So as you sort of begin to enter this chamber, it has kind of a half circle construction with the straight wall to your left and the curved wall going around to the right, kind of like half tower. And it's about 100 feet across, straight across. And you can see some stairs going up at the other end. Yes, up, down.
All different directions.
So weird. They're so poorly marked. Anyways, I'm pretty sure they go up.
Okay.
They're pretty poorly marked. And then there's a hallway that looks like it reads up with a hallway going off to the left, so the east. As you approach the door, you hear, actually, you definitely hear, the sound of 4 giant frogs slapping and croaking and hopping around, as well as 10 bullywugs.
Bullywugs? Do I know what a bullywug is?
You have a vague idea.
Do a nature check.
Heard of them?
Nature check. Do it.
I'm doing it. He didn't say to make a nature check.
I'm just saying, do a nature check. You can't hurt.
You should never roll unless the DM tells you to.
What are you rolling for? If you're rolling for your death?
Yeah.
Bullywug. Frogman.
Frogman.
Different type of frogman.
The other guy's a lizard. Okay. 10 bullywugs. The guards themselves don't seem to notice you, but the frogs do. You feel many sets of cold, reptilian, or amphibious eyes upon you.
Fun.
Well, if I think they've noticed me, I guess I have one of two things to do. Run away or to talk to them. So I can make a pretty good dash through and probably hide again.
Let me describe this room for you a little bit more. Sloppy mud covers the stone floor of this large chamber. Planks have been laid from the gateway to the causeway entrance to create a 10-foot wide raised boardwalk. You're fairly certain that it would be very difficult for you to walk in the mud. And there's a series of crudely made benches and tables sort of scattered around the room. Looks like they're mostly made from planks laid upon barrels. You see no arrow slits or windows along the wall. Since it is bright, it's daytime, so you can see fairly well. And the room itself is very dimly lit, with the exception of the entryway. There are several oil lamps along the walls that seem to be burning, even though it's daytime, just to give some sort of vague light. But they're filthy and don't give off much by way of light.
Do I know if these guys have dark vision or are sensitive to bright lights or anything of the sort?
Go ahead and make me a nature check.
Damn it.
Aha!
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is good.
These are bullywugs, not
20.
quiddle.
22.
20-something.
You are fairly certain, from studying their nature, that they do not have any sort of dark vision. You also know that they're amphibious. They can breathe air and water. And you're pretty sure by the sounds they make that they can speak with frogs and toads. And something in their skin patterning gives you the idea that they could be very stealthy in swamps.
What kind of mannerisms do they have typically? Are they...
You kind of know from just sort of stories that they sort of have they have a manifest destiny as rulers of the swamplands. They kind of have this sort of superiority complex against other denizens of the swamps, and that they very much like to feel important and in charge.
What about the lizard people that are in there? Do they seem to be subjugated under these frogs, or they seem to be working together at this point? Because if that's the case...
Well, you don't see any lizard people here.
Okay.
But, did he mention to you about not liking working under the bullywugs? I don't think he did.
No.
Not to you,
No.
but to us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to remember if he mentioned it while you were within earshot.
Ah.
He did.
But based off the information he told me, I can assume
Pretty
because
sure it
I've
was
seen
when
lizards.
we were going back, and you weren't with us when we were.
Yeah, I wasn't
back,
there.
so that's-
But based off of his information, I could assume that because they have this manifest destiny of ruling the swamps, if there's lizard folk and bullywogs, that like they do not like lizard folk.
Exactly.
So they're the only ones amongst this keep.
Those are the ones you see in this room.
Okay.
It's 4 giant frogs, 10 bullywugs.
And they all seem to notice me.
Just the frogs.
Just
all
the
all
frogs.
the giant frogs are sort of looking at you.
Okay. I am going to try to reposition myself and try to re-stealth. See if I can find...
Slip away and then try to sneak back in.
Yep.
Alright. Go ahead and make another stealth check.
It's going to be worse this time. Watch.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Ooh. He's right.
What'd you get?
1.
Got a critical fail.
Critical fail.
What's your bonus?
9, so it's a 10 total.
Okay, so you still beat
Wait, was it that 1?
Yeah. They got a 4.
Wow, nice.
So this time, you sort of sneak back
Dumb frog.
and sneak back in,
I come
Stupid.
and all the
Frigs.
frogs kind of like, they seem to like have lost interest. And they sort of like took like a big
I
hop-
capture some
hop
flies and I
away.
release them, and then I eat one of them because I'm hungry.
But as
There
you
you go.
as you kind of go around the corner, you get a little forgetful with your shadow, and one of the bullywugs sees you
Oh, damn it.
and says, "Oh, I can't do a bullywug voice today." Says, "Halt! Who are you?"
Oh, hello.
Halt! Who are you? There we go.
There we
Let's
go.
do it.
That's awesome.
I just go, oh, hello. My name's Maya.
What do you want?
I don't know. I seem like I'm lost, and this seemed like a good place to come. It was big. Figured there were people here.
Let's see. What would they do? What would they do with a traveler? Probably kill you.
Probably.
Kinda true.
Okay, so they're going to say, "You new cultist?
What was that?
Are you a new cultist?"
I can't understand you. I have problems hearing
Are you a
sometimes.
cultist?
Oh, a cultist. Are you a cultist? And I like look at them, and I like, wink, and I wink.
And they look at each other and go. They say that We follow Spattergoo. No silly Tiamat.
Can I do a religion check, I guess, after that?
Sure.
19.
You do not know who Spattergoo is.
Damn it!
You know lots of stuff about Tiamat.
Do they spite? Did they say they don't follow Tiamat? Did they say they're cultists?
They said they said that they don't worship Tiamat.
They said that specifically. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I go, well, I am a cultist, and I have things I need to do. See, I'm undercover, and it looks like you guys are working for us.
And they'll get look kind of insulted. And they say, we don't work for you, we work with you.
Excuse my poor mannerisms. It's been a while since I've had to speak with other travelers. I've been traveling by myself. Mom, Dad sent me this way to make sure that the goods have been secured safely.
Nice.
And they go, they kind of just wave you through.
Alright, I'm just going to walk through.
Alright, do you want to go to the stairs or go to the hallway?
I will go to the stairs first.
Okay, there are indeed stairs going up.
There's stairs that go up, but yet you actually end up below the ground. They're magic stairs.
They're magic stairs.
What's this feeling of going up, but yet I'm feeling colder? I feel like I'm going
Down. Dear God.
As you reach the stairs, the guards kind of yell at you and go, "No, stupid human! Down the hallway!"
And I cough at them this time, and I'll be like, "You mean half elf?" And then I walk towards the hallway.
Yeah.
"No, half-elf human! Go down hallway!"
What is it?
Okay. Yes, because they wouldn't. There'd be no reason for them to let you go up the stairs.
Yeah. That's fine.
There's more guards up there.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well. Alright. You come into a 20-foot wide hallway that is 180 feet long. It has no roof. And as you're kind of walking down the hall, you can kind of see up behind you there's a lot of bullywugs up there with big stones piled up next to them. Okay. As you get about 3/4 of the way down the hallway, you see a small alcove off to your right with nothing in it. And then you get to a corner as it turns off to your left, leading into another room. Go ahead and you're gonna do a perception check.
Yeah. They'll know. Not good. 14.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, you detect them.
Everything's good.
Everything's good. It's fine.
You hear
Everything's fine.
What sounds like a large number of lizard men and a large number of bullywugs in the next room.
Oh, lizard men.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I kind of pause for a moment just to kind of think about what might be happening at this point. Just because, why would the lizardmen be with the Bollywood? And so, after I just think for a moment, I'm just gonna keep walking forward.
Okay. So as you kind of get to the corner, you see what looks like. Okay, I guess that does make sense. Okay, you come to kind of an exposed area. It's an outer ward. Think of it like the courtyard of a castle.
Mm-hmm.
The whole area has been kind of churned into mud by, looks like mostly the bullywugs flapping around. You see 4 bullywugs and 5 lizardmen. The lizardmen all seem to be training one of the giant lizards, while the bullywugs are all sort of standing around in a group, kind of looks like they're making jokes about the lizardmen. It's a fairly large room.
Yeah.
It's about 60 feet wide, going backwards about another 100 feet.
Okay.
It widens out a little bit more to the left and right after about 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see, let's see, 3 doors off to your left, 2 doors off to your right, and an opening on the far right side, and what looks like the base of a tower. Many doors.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of take notes of what's kind of going on mentally, like kind of look at the lizard folk kind of training the larger lizard, and then the Bollywogs kind of, I guess, scoffing at the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of talking in their weird croaky language, but
It seems
you
more-
get the idea.
it seems
they're
mimicky,
pointing
they're
and
pointing.
laughing,
The croaks kind of sound
and
maniacal.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
All right, so I'll just kind of take note of that, and do the lizard guys that you seem pretty intent on working with the lizard. They don't seem like to be in any kind of poor condition or anything. They seem to be there more willingly than anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seem like they're there with a job to do.
Okay. Then I will keep going towards the base of that tower.
Okay, so you're gonna cross the room.
As long as they're not training in the midst of the room, yeah. Then I'll just go through the middle, as long as it's not like super. Oh, is it totally like muddy?
It's very muddy and it's a little slippery.
Okay, so I'll just take my time.
Okay.
Make my way across so I don't slip.
Alright, you managed to get through unmolested. So at the base of the tower, this thing goes up. It goes up about 80 feet up, I'd say. You don't see a door, but there is that opening just kind of around the right-hand side that looks like it goes deeper into the keep. There's also a door, double door off to your right-hand side. Yes. Oh, they're very obviously stable doors off to your right.
Oh, okay, stable doors. Then I will not go through the stable doors. Go up to the singular door.
Or the opening, or because there's a lot of doors too.
Yeah, okay.
There are in this room 2, 3, 4, 5 doors in addition to the stable door.
Okay. So I'll probably stay away from the stable door, or unless there seem to be any kind of like tracks, like from a crates going into that direction.
This looks like giant lizard tracks.
Yeah. So I'll just continue along the path that I was kind of following to the open.
Okay. It looks like there was at one point a large, heavy gate that was meant to secure this opening, but they have long since rotted away and fallen apart. You see 3 guard drakes who see you and begin to hiss.
Is there anyone else nearby, or is it just the guard drakes?
You only see the guard drakes.
There's no one behind me, or
Nobody seems to be paying you any attention.
except for the guard drakes themselves. Are they chained, or are they free roaming?
They are free roaming.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of pretend like I know what I'm doing here, and kind of hold that composure and continue walking towards my destination, unless they seem to make like more sudden movements towards me.
They kind of move to block you. They're in the room you're trying to enter.
Okay, so I'll call out guards. I was like, I need to pass through here. Someone move these things. See if anyone hears or comes to my assistance.
There.
Help! I'm so helpless. Can you save this half-elf?
My first mistake was listening to the cute voice.
Figure out exactly.
Do I have some kibble I can throw to the side? Do they go, no. Oh, she's got kibble.
Interesting. Okay, so you kind of hear some sort of arguing, and there's some shoving with the bullywugs, and three of them kind of hop over and kind of like they hop over and they look at what's going on, and they go, "What do you need over there?"
I need to go this way. Can you move these things away from me?
What, you need to go see trash pit?
Is this the way to the trash pit? I'm trying to look for these things that Mondath had brought out this way. These crates with these goods. She told me to make sure that they had gotten to their destination. Might seem to have gone off track.
So many rooms!
It's a labyrinth. Not even the DM can decipher it.
I guess maybe room Q?
It's a room within a room.
They go, dumb human!
Nudge.
Go that way! And they point to the other side of the tower. And they kind of hop off and say, "Be more careful, or big lizards eat you."
Okay. I don't really say anything. Just kind of walk off in that direction.
And you see a door in the direction they were
Okay. So I'm gonna head towards that door.
going. That's interesting. Okay. Kind of glad you didn't go that way. That's some stuff over there.
There's lots of stuff.
Oh, there's lots of money too, but.
Well, not yet.
Okay, so you open the door and find a wide, high hall. There are a lot more non-reptilian, amphibious humanoids in here. You can tell this is obviously a sort of a common room for the cultists. The eastern end of the hall. I think they mean southern end of the hall. Yeah, must be. So okay, so the northern end of the hall, because it's using east and west, but it doesn't make any sense because it's a 20 by 60 foot room, so it's like half is used for contraband, half is used for socializing, so they're like 10 feet. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
Well, Tempe's big. I mean, it's not huge.
Yeah, but it makes more sense to go south where it dead ends.
Yeah.
So the northern end of the hall, you see there's a door, and in front of it looks to be where the cultists eat their meals, conduct most of their business. The southern end, the southern end, there appear to be a lot of crates. And a few cultists kind of going through things, pulling stuff out, cleaning it up, repacking it, and then resealing the crates.
What do they seem to be taking out of it right now? Are they anything in particular? Or?
Mostly just various items of value, like silver goblets.
And what are they packing back in then?
Just taking the objects, cleaning them, and putting them back.
Oh, so they're cleaning them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Making sure, occasionally they come across like broken plates, and they just kind of toss them off into a pile. Every once in a while, it looks like, you can kind of tell, it looks like they kind of have these big burlap sheets that looks like they bundle up and then push those over to the side and then probably get taken off and thrown into the trash heap.
Is there anything there that kind of like anything that's being repackaged? Is it mostly metals or is it any kind of like just anything that's worth value?
Anything of value.
Okay.
Any sort of anything that would be considered a treasure.
Does it look like they're gonna put it out on a market at some point, like clean it up to put onto a market to resell for like more hard currency?
It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like these guys just they just take care of cleaning it. They don't, it doesn't seem like they have any specific intent in mind.
But is that, I mean, I guess a better question would be, working and seeing like the base level of the Thieves Guild, would they be doing something very similar like this if they were getting goods and they were trying to resell it out onto the market? Try to get harder currency?
No, more likely if it were the Thieves Guild, they would be doing stuff like dismantling pulling gems out of the objects, setting stuff aside to be melted down, that sort of thing. And you can also see in the southwest corner looks to be a small carpentry shop where the cultists appear to be building new chests and boxes to hold their plunder.
Plunder! Does there seem to be anybody nearby, not necessarily in charge, but probably more of a messenger who might have any kind of mail or notes or anything coming through this way?
Not so much. You see 12 cultists and 4 dragon claws sort of supervising.
Do any of the cultists look familiar to me from the inn or from our travels?
None of them are ones you recognize.
Okay.
Most of them are human, but there's a small mix of all races.
Is there anyone else in particular there?
Nobody that seems to be of note.
Does anyone seem to be more, other than the Blackguards who don't talk obviously, but is there anyone amongst that group who seems to be more running the show, or are they kind of just all floating about?
No, they're all just sort of doing their own jobs.
Okay, so I'm just going to go up to the group and I'm going to ask, I'm looking for who's in charge of this keep.
And they kind of look around and say, well, that's, what's his face? Silvermane? Is that his name?
That guy.
Borngray, that's his name.
Borngray.
I say, well, that's Borngray.
So if there have been any messages sent this way for me, Borngray will have them?
Oh, yeah, I imagine so. Borngray is off upstairs. Somewhere upstairs. Oh God!
Oh no!
Not supposed to be going through diplomatically. It's so confusing.
You're supposed to sneak through?
You're supposed to kill everyone.
Well, I've already been caught. Now I gotta play the diplomatic role until I can sneak off somewhere. But even then, that's a bad idea. Why are you sneaking around? I like to play games.
Truth or Dare? They made me do it.
Me and the cultists were playing Truth or Dare. What Truth Dare?
What Truth Dare?
So he's not there. So the third floor. I say, huh. Where's his room? Doesn't make sense. Okay, I found him. Find him on the map.
You are here, and he is.
They say, "Oh, he's." They say he's in the central tower. You have to go back out that door, and then go past the drakes, and you should be able to find him.
Past the drakes, you say?
Yeah.
I say. Well, then how do I get those foul creatures to move?
Go. Well, they won't let you through?
No.
No, they suck.
That's weird. Oh, here. One of them kind of walks over to this other door and kind of moves some crates out from in front of it. Opens it up and looks out. And the drakes aren't there. He goes, you can go out this way.
Alright, I'm going to go out that way. I'm just going to continue strolling as much as I can.
So you head out the door and you see, you can see off to the east the tower in the corner that you'd kind of seen previously. It was like an opening. And then you can kind of hear the guard drakes sort of milling about out there. And then there's a door in front of you, so the central tower.
Cool. Is that the only door around, or is there anything else?
There's that door. There's the opening, and let me see if there's anything to the north. There's a wall to the north. It's one of the outer walls.
Any kind of bullywogs or any lizard folk or anyone nearby?
Not in this room.
I am going to go position myself on that wall to see what I can see on the outskirts of it. If it's like surrounded, like you mentioned, it was already surrounded,
so
right?
This is kind of another open area. This is the inner ward, so there's no ceiling on it. The wall goes up 60 feet.
Okay.
Gosh, it makes it look like there's supposed to be arrow slits, but I don't think there are. And you can hear some splashing and water on the other sides of the wall.
Yeah. Are there any notable like kind of trees or like kind of anything like submerging nearby that would like kind of pinpoint?
Not really.
This position? Okay.
Yeah, you mean you can tell that to your, if you're facing the wall, you can tell to the right and the left there are two towers, and then just behind you there's the central tower.
Yeah. Well, I guess I will go forward to where Borngray's chamber is.
Okay, so we go to the doorway, and there are 3 stone steps heading up to a stout wooden door, in good repair.
So I'm pretty good and well hidden right now too, right? Going up these stone steps, I'm assuming, right?
Good. You don't believe anybody can see you.
Alright, I want to see if I can hear anything inside of the chamber, if there's any kind of noise or anyone inside.
Alright, make an investigation check. Yes.
Investigation.
No, it's a crit fail.
Crit fail. You don't hear any noises.
Alright, well then I am going...
think you've heard any noise.
Oh, exactly. So I'm going to try to open the door more slowly rather than kind of like knock.
Okay. Oh, so you open the door. It is not locked. Opens into a small version of the Great Hall with several tables and benches that seem to be seldom used. Spiral stairs. Oh, there are spiral stairs in that room. Okay. Spiral stairs lead up. Lead up. There's a small door at the back of the room. Looks like this room takes up about half of the tower.
Okay. Anything interesting in this particular room, or is it just the back door and the spiral staircase up?
Just that and the table and benches.
Anything on the table or benches? Anything?
Not really. It's a little dusty. Doesn't look like it gets used much.
Am I dragging a lot of mud in from like walking through?
Yeah, kind of a bit, but it doesn't look like any more than anybody
else.
There's already
okay.
around.
So it's nothing unnoticeable or noticeable, I guess. All right, so I will continue up the. Actually, I'm gonna go take a look at the back door first. That small door.
Wow,
That's a long honk.
it is. It's a jerk.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna open this one more, just kind of casually, just to see where it goes.
You open the door and a gust of warm air greets you.
Who farted? Way to go, Presto.
Oh, is that me?
No.
It's probably my cat.
No, I opened the door and there was warm air.
Oh.
Morning.
Way to go, Presto.
I'm not even here. Wait, how did you say that? Message.
Don't shoot me within a certain distance.
We don't know that. You know my mom.
Oh.
Probably in your power adapter. Where is it?
It's upstairs.
Where is it?
So,
It's just plugged in the wall by the fan.
you see somebody familiar.
Ah, shit.
Take my spot, cat.
You see it as Boris Jones, the gentleman who was on the caravan.
Ah, shit. I'm guessing he notices me, huh?
He looks up and says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I'm here on direct orders from Mondath, and I am trying to get my orders and see if there have been any messages sent this way.
He goes, "Oh, well, you should probably go up and talk to Greyjoy then." Greyjoy. I've forgotten his name. Born Grey. There it is. Born Grey.
Bray Jordan.
Well, Greyjoy, you know.
Greyjoy.
The Greyjoys are here.
Well, yeah.
The
why not?
Greyjoys.
Why not the Greyjoys? Sure. Iron Men everywhere. Okay. Yeah, Born Grey. If you head up those stairs there. You should be able to reach him. Anything else I can help you with?
I think that's all.
Alrighty. Well, if you see Resmir, tell him we have more to discuss.
All right. Gonna go up those stairs.
All right.
Very I'm gonna keep my composure until I get more of those stairs, and then kind of be a little worried that Resmir is here now.
Alright, so you head up the stairs to section 2.
I don't like this anymore.
Nope.
Nope. Get out of the keep.
That's
Get out of the keep.
nope.
So you come up to a very similarly shaped section of the tower. To you. Enter up into a room. There's a small sitting room and office with a small hearth along the western wall, providing heat. Let's see if he's here. He is here. Small hearth along the western wall provides heat. A writing desk, a large padded chair, and a bench are drawn up near the hearth. Otherwise, the room is largely empty, except for Born Grey, or a man you assume is Born Grey, sitting at the desk.
What does he look like? What does Born Grey look like?
He is a
Does
half
he-
elf.
Does he look?
Hooray!
Does he look like a bitch?
Does he look like a punk ass bitch? Does he look old? Does he look like I can stab him in his
I have
chair?
a picture of him. Neat.
Nice.
Not many these guys that have pictures.
He must be important to the story.
Don't look at his stats.
I can't see his stats from
I
here.
can't see his stats. Don't go back and look at his stats.
Go back, guys!
You don't want to know that he has 12th level spells.
Ah, shit! I knew I should have just got out of his key.
Is that true?
I don't know. Is it?
Bitch.
Oh, he's a high elf. I thought he was half elf.
Damn it.
Why is there an elf helping out the freaking drag?
I could have sworn he was half elf. That's so weird.
That seems counterproductive.
There's evil people everywhere.
He looks very strong. And quite intelligent.
He is very strong.
But he has several scars in his face, and he's missing one eye. Or at least you assume so.
Is he older too? You seem pretty stout and smart. Young, stout, and smart, or old, stout, and smart?
He's an elf. He's ageless.
That's true, huh?
Let's see here. Is there. He seems like a fairly old elf. I mean, he's ageless, but
Yeah.
as far as elves go, it seems like he's been around for a while.
Okay.
And he looks up from his writing and says, "Can I help you?"
So yes, I was sent here on orders from Mondath just to make sure that the treasure was secured safely to this keep, and I was here to see if there were any other orders arriving yet. She said if there were to be orders, that they would be on a blank sheet, no name, no mark, just a seal.
He says, "Well, we haven't received any orders from Mondath. I need to drop a name.
Name
Which
drop.
means I need to find the name."
Check.
Well, no, that's the reservoir. There's a story I've created already.
Yeah.
He says, "Se.1 the Great would likely send her orders directly. And Resmir has made no mention that Se.1 has any more use for Mondath. Though I'm sure she'll find a use at some point."
Well, all right. Well, I'm just going to go back down then to the quarters and make myself comfortable.
Okay, well, after you've washed off some of the muck of your journey, go ahead and help some of the other cultists clean up some of the gear for shipping it out.
Nod at him. I go down.
We got an inside man.
You got insight. You got to pay for. You have to
inside
pay
man.
for the talent now. You have to pay for it.
The inside
You have,
man.
to,
Nice.
you have to pay for the inside man.
Bitch.
Driver's license costs 10,000 gold.
10,000 gold.
It's
Gold.
okay.
Then you know what happens, right?
You just knock off Gringotts and then you're good.
No, you know what happens is that you find a key card outside and some extra body bags
that's
at
true.
the beginning of the keep.
And then boom. You're in.
And you guys gotta try to dupe the key card.
That'd
So
be
you all have
great.
to roll the
One of
die.
One of the feats you can just have is just carrying a body bag. It's a bag of holding, but it's specifically for bodies.
That's actually a really cool idea.
It's called a bag of devouring.
Yeah,
really.
that's right, yeah.
Things.
I actually put that in one of the campaigns. It was great.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
actually really easy to get people to make a bag of devouring. Because all they have to do is put a living thing inside of a bag of holding, and it instantly becomes a bag of devouring.
Oh, hi.
So it's just be like, oh, well, you could always. It's like, well, you know, he'll fit inside your bag. It's like, oh, okay, we'll put him in there. Okay. 2 days later, all your stuff's gone. What? I searched around inside the bag for the stuff. You're grabbed by the bag. It starts to eat your hand. All right, so you head back down to the ground
It
level.
starts to eat your hand.
Alright, I'm gonna go clean myself up.
Alrighty. So you head back into area Q, the hall with all the cultists.
Yep.
Alright, you head in. You're able to kind of get some water to sort of wash your face and hands with, and they show you some brushes so you can scrub some of the mud off your boots.
Alright, I'll clean myself up and make myself useful for a little bit.
Alright.
Just so I can get a better idea of the area and see if these stupid drakes will stop hissing at me.
So you work for a little while, and it's all just sort of general loot. Again, it's nothing as nice as sort of like the stuff that you found in that chest.
Mm-hmm.
It's more just like 20 gold here, 5 gold there, in just bits and odds and ends. It looks like most of the raw coinage has already been sorted and taken away.
Do I see Sir Galahad?
You don't come across Sir Galahad in your exploration.
Damn.
But it's likely that he is or was somewhere in the area. A couple of the a couple of the cultists mention carrying the goods to the portal. Here's the portal.
Oh, I can't carry those crates. That's for damn sure.
Cat is in heaven right now. He's like, what? No.
He's like, yeah. Oh, I feel so good. Like, where's it going?
Where is it going? It's a horrible question. Why would you say such a thing?
Oh, are you being super cuddly because you smelled the other cat last night?
Yeah.
Did you? It's Leela, right?
Mm. We have a new cat, but she's been very shy.
Oh, she's still in your room?
Yep.
Yeah, she's just starting to get used to it. So, like I leave the door. If I leave the door open, she just goes back and hides again. So I largely just keep my room shut, which of course makes my room like 20 degrees hotter.
No.
Yeah.
Yay, deserts!
Did you already go take over her?
Did you poop recently? Because you smell terrible.
Because you are a poop.
He eats his own poop.
You are being super cuddly right now.
Yeah. Purring a lot. Yes?
Where the crap is the...
I want to be seen by everybody standing on you. Oh no, he's like, you said poop, I'm gonna go poop.
Yeah, basically.
Don't know where the portal is.
There's a portal, oh shit.
The portal. It's over there by the portal. The dwarf man.
This little dwarf man, if you pay him $5, he'll let you go through.
Would you want to go over there with me? I like as little to do with you as possible right now.
Ugh.
Do you want to know my story though? My cover-up story now?
What's your cover story?
My cover story? So, Mondath has sent me to keep eyes on the group of adventurers of Presto and Giala because Czech, she is obviously taking a somewhat of a liking to Czech to allow him to join the cultists and like kind of free reign and send these notes at this point. Czech obviously has some type of investment with these other people for some reason. Like whether he wants to have this epic fight or scenario at the end, he cares and wants them, he wants dibs on them, he wants to know where they are at.
Right.
So I am following under Mondath to keep a insider job on this party. To be like, okay, this is what they're doing.
How do you know
this
that
is what's
Resmir
going
isn't
on.
gonna like know like every single lieutenant that's underneath Mondath?
It doesn't matter because it's for Czech. He doesn't give a shit about Czech. Resmir won't. No, they won't give a shit about Czech. He's such an insignificant. Like he's like big enough, but they're not gonna be like, oh well, we got to keep Czech like this, and that. Like they'll know of Czech. And if Czech has this like particular like random interest, like where he wants to like have this super big battle, and I've already met Resmir before, and Resmir knows that I can just give him good information.
You have met Resmir before?
I met Resmir, and I told him about the. See, I am like, if in regards to like double agent, like on both parties, I could very easily slip in and do that. I met Resmir, he almost killed me, but I gave him the Mottingay's name.
Oh, that's right.
And my information was legitimate. So I'm now a rogue that's slipping in and out between these camps, feeding useful information to the cultists at times.
He doesn't find it a little weird that you're like halfway across the world at this point?
Doesn't matter, because I'm on orders, because I'm with this adventuring party. Because Mondath has ordered me to keep eyes on them for check.
Ah.
Okay.
That's why. Because Mondeth is obviously probably taking somewhat of a little bit of a liking to him at that point. Because she has at least let him in to follow the cultists.
Mm.
So they mentioned that they hate having to take the crates down there, down to the portal, because they have to go through the caves, and it's where all the bullywugs practice all their bizarre magic.
Magic, you say? Presto says, like, on my shoulder. Magic, you say?
Magic.
Alright, I guess we're carrying some crate. Oh, I'm going to attempt to carry some
I just
crates
misty
down.
step there.
Where are the
Did
light
you say
crates?
magic?
What? Are there any light crates?
No,
Damn
but
it.
they're all kind of working as a team to kind of carry stuff down.
Alright, well, I guess I'm going to try to carry these things down.
So, where is the downward staircase? Should be in what?
Why are you so
Yes.
weak? I'm trying my hardest. I'm better at scrubbing.
No, it's not area S.
Damn, this place sounds huge.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just got so
It
many
does sound
rooms.
really huge.
There's so many rooms.
We could spend like a month here,
many
Joel.
doors.
So many buttons.
Joel, we could spend like a month
Just
here.
So many buttons. A whole month. One whole month.
QRS. Oh, it is okay. It is S. Okay. Okay. So you actually go through the door to the north, and then enter a small, largely unused room. If I remember my rooms correctly. There's some swamp water seeping into this chamber through a crack in the foundation. Pools inches deep on the sagging stone floor and fills the air with a cloying, moldy stink. There is a walkway of planks, so that you are able to walk between the two doorways without soaking your feet. So they kind of all sort of clabber over these planks. Enter area S. Puddles in area R don't extend into this chamber, but the smell sure does. Because of that, the cultists seem to not have populated this area. You see lots of footprints going straight from the entrance down the stairs. There is a small chamber off to the left.
You know, cultists really seem to be upset a little bit by like the dank conditions that they're always exposed to, and yet they seem to choose these places.
No,
it's kind of counterproductive.
that's not true. Because you know why?
Mm.
Remember when Czech said he went through the portal?
Mm.
So it's possible that these are points in the earth that exist where these portals are. So they don't choose the bases; they have to go where the portals are.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys
But they're always in dank places.
Well, it's because they might be hidden, man.
head downstairs.
Why would you put a portal in the middle of
But
town?
a hidden place doesn't have to be dank.
That's true.
The steps down from the southeast tower of
It's D&D,
Castle-
motherfucker.
Castle Neratar spill out into this large chamber. It's brightly lit by a lantern hanging next to the entrance, and another near the northwest opening. The chamber is largely empty except for the eerie sounds of chanting and dripping water.
Nice.
And there's this kind of a small rivulet that sort of runs through the middle of the room. You guys sort of walk around it, head up, and there are a series of steps that are... Oh, I'm sorry. A series of steps heading down descend 5 feet. Okay. Bizarre. Yep. So you enter area 9 and see a large wooden crane. There's a 15-foot drop leading into the next area. There's a wooden crank-powered crane set up for lowering heavy crates of treasure. And so they sort of there's a guy already kind of down in the pit, And he sort of sets up the crank, and the cultist gets on it with the crate, down, send it back up, bring it down, send it back up. And by the time you're done, everybody is down in the pit, lower section of the cave. You follow some stairs going further down. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't follow the stairs down. You follow a passageway, ignoring those stairs that go down. Those stairs that go down.
No, I go down the stairs.
I veer away from the cultist and I'm like, I'm going my own way, bro.
Yeah, really.
They go, don't do that.
Don't do
that.
Okay, so you follow the passageway into that area. Area 10. There is a heavy mist in this room. Okay, that would have been nice if they'd mentioned that earlier. Apparently the previous rooms had misty floors. And those mists have accumulated in this larger lower room.
Aha! Logical, indeed.
Otherwise, the chamber was empty, except of course the cultists carrying the crates.
Are we singing like songs as we march these things down? Like,
No,
Hail Tiamat, Tiamat lives forever.
You kind of get the feeling they like to stay quiet in here. It's just kind of creepy. The mists seep into this deeper chamber, filled to a depth of 2 or 3 feet, making it very hard to see the floor. Thankfully, it's all been kind of cleared away, so it's easy to walk. Aside from the mist, the chamber appears empty. They sort of all start to set their crates in the middle of the room. Then, once the crates are all set out, they all sort of make their way back out.
So do I see this portal?
You don't see any portal.
Oh, okay. They just
sort
made
of-
reference to
You
it.
all just kind of put your crates in the middle of the room and start heading back out. And there's you guys, as you get to you get back to the 50-foot cliff, you see there's a series of metal rungs set that kind of climbs back up.
Oh man, do I gotta climb it?
Yeah, it's something.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like climbing a ladder.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and then you follow them all the way back up, go back upstairs, and start sorting crates again.
Kind of rinse and repeat.
Every once in a while, somebody will grab a sack of all the broken goods and kind of take them out and up past the guard drakes, throw it away.
I want to take one of those bags and go explore that area.
Want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. So you volunteer to take one of the bags. They go, okay, but weren't those guard drakes giving you some trouble?
Nah.
Nah.
Well, why don't you go ahead and use the back door? Maybe you can get past them. So you want to go out there. You have a sack of fairly heavy loot. It's not super heavy. It's just like broken plates and whatnot. So it's heavy, but not
overbearing.
Not overbearing. Do you want to try to make a stealth check to sneak past the drakes?
Yeah, I might as well. They were mean before. I don't big meanies. Actually, it's roll. Uh, 20.
All right.
Total.
You manage to sneak past the guard drakes and come to a large tower. There must have been a wooden floor in this tower when it was built to cover the dungeon pit beneath it. Now the floor is gone and the dungeon has been turned into a garbage pit. A garbage pit and latrine filled with foul-smelling waste and swamp water to just a few feet below of the doorway. The floor above is badly rotted and large portions have collapsed. Through the gaping holes in the second floor, you can see the third floor is still in good condition. But to reach the stone stairs that circle upward around the outer wall, you must cross 10 feet of indescribable muck.
Indescribable. It's so bad.
Reminds me of Waterdeep.
No, you just described it. You can't do that. He just told you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Reminds me of Waterdeep.
Yeah, it's a good
Foul
question why the
stench.
book just seemed to not. It was like, hey, by the way, there's this thing that was already happening that we didn't tell you until like now.
So he's referencing the mist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Slash was like, yeah, it's weird that it didn't mention it.
Yeah, I think the idea is you're supposed to read them in numerical order, so you should read room 9 before, or not room 9, room 6, where the mist comes from, before reading room 9.
Oh, okay.
But,
There's some logic to it, but yet
yeah,
you think,
you really should have mentioned it in the other
The other
rooms,
rooms.
too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's obvious what I need to do with this bag, but I'm going to rummage through it. Are there any cool trinkets in it? I'm not going to go in the latrine pit.
You find nothing that you deem to be
Trinket worthy.
trinket worthy.
Damn it! I'm upset and I throw the bag down in a fury.
All right. Just clatters and splatters a little.
I feel kind of happy about that it got destroyed and I didn't find anything because it's all useless. I'll just march back now.
All right.
Is there any other entrances or areas in this part?
Not in this section, no. There was just the room to the common area for the cultists, the entryway that's guarded by the guard drakes, and then Born Gray's tower.
All right. So at this point, I'm just gonna leave and start backtracking. I think.
All right.
Yeah.
No one seems to stop you or pay you any mind as you head out,
Yeah.
and you get outside successfully.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start backtracking and see if I can run into them.
All right. Well, there we go. Adventure completed.
Yeah. Scouted the area.
And on her way back, she's eaten by a giant frog.
Shit.
Yep.
Giant frogs, man.
You know, one of those criticals. That's what it was for. He didn't tell you it was for.
But
it was-
each critical built the frog bigger.
Right.
And then it started as like a large frog, then it went to like a gargantuan frog, and then it was a monstrous frog.
and then it was a legendary.
Then it was legendary.
Yeah, legendary frog.
Just legendary. No, and then it has to become Gormblatt, Devourer of Worlds.
Wow. Devourer of souls.
That's how they do it in friggin' Borderlands 2.
Oh yeah.
Where there are these different monsters that you can level up as you like sort of fight them. You can cause them to level up and become more and more powerful.
Oh, crazy.
And one of them becomes God Zerker or something like that, where it's this like epic level. Oh, not quite an epic level monster, but it's like it's the strongest non-epic level monster you can fight.
Oh wow.
And you get tons of experience and good items for it. And then this other one actually becomes a raid boss, where you have to have like a team of 4 people in order to beat it.
Crazy.
And I forget what he's called, but it's pretty epic.
One of my
layer actions.
One of my favorite things is in Shadows of Mordor, which I know you may not like the concept of the game, but it's besides the point that it's this LO2R game, just totally on that opposite side. It's got a really cool concept to it, which is if you die from a random guy, and the way the game works, it's pretty great. It's like, wait, you're dead? And it's like, not really. It works really well, though. So you die, and that guy who killed you gets a promotion. So he actually goes up, and he gets stronger and stronger. And if he keeps, and you actually get to see it's this really cool, list of who's currently at the top of the food chain of the minions of Sauron, and so it's like, oh, he became a major. No, he's a captain, and then and he gets more and more crazy, and he gets more and more stuff added onto his armor, and then on top of that, his name changes based on like who he is. Like he's like the Defiler, and then he turns into like the overseer and shit like that, and you can track him out in the world and like be like, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy because he's killed me like 3 times. It's pretty awesome. It's one of the reasons why I really enjoy the game, is just because dying is actually kind of this cool thing that happens. Well, in most games, it's like, that just sucks and I hate it and I hate it. Dying in that game is actually kind of fun because of that. But anyway, sorry.
No worries. No. Yeah, so because we don't have a bunch of people, we're just doing the My Adventure, so we're going to end there.
Mm.
But there was discussion of streaming HOTS.
There was?
Which I'm down to do. I've got a few hours before I need to go to bed. Or an hour.
Too many HOTS.
Too many HOTS. So yeah, 1 hour, so... Yeah,
Well, I can sample a little bit later.
Okay. So we could do HOTS, or we could do, I don't know, not HOTS. I'm willing to take suggestions from the audience, aka Slash, because I think he's the only one that's here. Yep.
Slash is the only one.
What would you like to watch us play?
But it's the one person that matters. Well, actually, there's a couple people that jump in too, but Slash is our number 1 fan.
Our number 1
Duke
fan.
of New York.
Duke of New York, ain't number 1. He is Duke of New York. Kidding me?
Well, I'm glad I didn't die.
He's like, I can do some HOTS, so HOTS it is.
Then
Let's
HOTS
do
it
it.
is.
Let's do it.
So give us about. We will be on in probably like 20 or so minutes.
Yeah, 20 sounds good.
Because we gotta disconnect everything, move back upstairs,
Yup.
clean up.
Like the computer.
Yeah. Alright. We'll see you in a bit.